Time now for Eyewitness News. Call 12 for action. It's not every day your outrage over your credit card bill becomes the topic of conversation before the U.S. Senate. But for a North Scituate man, it became reality. He tells us his story exclusively to problem solver Susan Hogan.
You know how frustrated you are when you feel ripped off. How about getting the chance to speak out about it in front of the very people who can actually do something about it?
It's basically a tightrope walk.
Doug Corey of North Scituate never imagined his credit card crisis would send him to Washington, D.C.
I take this responsibility very seriously. And
never did he imagine that his email to U.S. Senator Sheldon Whitehouse would actually be read.
They wrote back immediately, and they said they understand that this is the kind of situation that's going on, and they take it seriously.
So seriously, Doug was invited to testify Tuesday before a Senate subcommittee hearing on abusive credit card practices.
I can put a face actually on everyone who's struggling today to make their payments.
Cases like Doug's are playing out all across America. Just after 3 months of paying less than the minimum requirement on his credit card, his interest rate more than doubled.
I felt was outrageous and a mistake.
The rate went from 12.74% to nearly 29%. Doug was also charged a $39 late fee. To make matters worse, he was recently laid off from his job, and this rate jump is making it even harder to make ends meet.
I called, and they said there was nothing that could be done.
But there is something Doug can do.
I'm really trying to, let the Senate know that, I'm the kind of person, I guess I'm the average kind of person who's trying to do the right thing. So why are we really being taken advantage?
You've never missed a mortgage payment.
Senator Whitehouse is chair of the subcommittee on administrative oversight. Whitehouse has introduced legislation that would provide consumers like Doug relief from sky-high interest rates.
Every company deserves the right to make a profit, especially in loaning. But at what point is it greed, and at what point is it extortion to that individual?
Senator Whitehouse's legislation would also throw out claims against the consumer in bankruptcy court by creditors who charged excessive interest rates and fees. In other words, those creditors would not receive a single dime in repayment. If you have a consumer problem you need help solving, contact our Call 12 for Action Center Monday through Thursday from 11 until 1, hotline 228-1850, or if you're interested in becoming a Call 12 for Action volunteer with me, you can call that same number you see right there on your screen. I'm problem solver Susan Hogan, Eyewitness News.